Good morning, this is Thursday the 16th of April and today we are going to do numpty, which is 3 rounds of a longer EMOM. So 1 minute of each of these movements with a 2-minute rest between your rounds. So 3 rounds of this. A wee bit hefty in terms of time frame, however, it's an EMOM, sorry I'm kneeling on something really uncomfortable. It's an EMOM, so the idea is you do as many reps as you can per movement. I want you to count all of your reps, okay? So your score, you'll have 3 scores at the end of each round where you'll have counted all your ground overhead into all your burpees, into all your plank twists. So if you do like 21 ground overhead, when you move into your burpees, do 22, 23, 24, 25. It means you don't have to do the adding up at the end, just keep counting the whole way through. So, as you caught there, ground overhead, burpees, plank twists, glute bridges, power cleans, or basically a power clean with an odd object, but you're going to put it to your shoulder, shoulder to overhead, jump squats, and weighted sit-ups. So, I think this will be quite good fun today. So, ground overhead, you can use whatever you've got available to you. So if you've got a power bag or you've got an odd object, it's exactly what it sounds like. Touch the weight off the ground just between your toes, nice flat back, bend your knees as much as you need to in order to get the item to touch the ground. Keep it relatively close to your body on the way up and press it overhead. Okay, so that's ground to overhead. Burpees, normal way of burpees, remember, this isn't a down and up today, this is an actual burpee, which means that you go all the way down. Oh God, I've backed myself into a tiny corner here this morning. You go all the way down, chest touches the floor, jump in, jump and clap, overhead. Don't miss this bit out. That's the first bit that most people miss out in the classes. It is part of the movement. Okay, it's part of the movement. It's a little bit like, if you miss that out, it's a little bit like squatting like this. Okay, so it's not the actual movement if you miss out the jump and clap. Okay, I'm not going to be there, you know, please yourselves. It's on your conscience. So for the plank twist, hopefully I've left enough room for you to be able to see me here. Yesterday's debris still kicking about. Had a hard day yesterday, hard day. Okay, so for the plank twist, down onto your elbows and you're going to twist your hips from one side to the other. Initially you're going to do that and you're going to go, oh, this is alright. Whoa, why is this not alright? You're definitely going to do that. So that's your plank twists, and then you're going to go into your glute bridges. You can do the glute bridges with a weight if you want. You just sit the weight on your hips if you're going to use that. Feet flat on the floor, push your heels into the ground, squeeze your butt, dig your shoulders into the ground, pushing your hips up towards the ceiling. Okay, now if you've got a weight, you would just hold on to the weight there. Be careful that you don't cut short your movement range with the glute bridges. It's quite common for people to just kind of literally half-ass it. Okay, you should feel this in your glutes. It's the whole point of it. The power clean, yep, power clean. So if you've got 1 dumbbell, then just keep switching hands every so often. If you've got 2, then one end of the dumbbell will touch the ground. You come up and catching a little dip with the dumbbells on your shoulders, okay? So feet are just below your hips, hips back, bend your knees all the way down until the weight touches the ground. Come up nice and fast, little dip to catch the weights. If you're doing that with an odd object, then it's just the same idea, but it goes to your shoulders actually. I think I would probably use my bigger one for that. This is my mock sandbag one. So, from the ground, drive up with your legs and it comes up and onto your shoulder. That's full of CrossFit and exercise and philosophy books. I don't know, it just makes it feel more specific for the task. Shoulder to overhead, again if you've only got 1 dumbbell, use that. If you've got 2, use them together. So if you've only got 1, every so often, just switch hands. Heels down, as the weight comes down, little dip, use your legs, drive up and power through until your arm goes straight and the weight goes overhead. Jump squats. So you're going to go down into a squat, try and get your hip crease down below your knees if you can. As you come up, you jump and you go straight into the next squat. And then the weighted sit-ups to finish. You can again use any weight that you have available to you. Yeah, just thinking they look quite heavy for this time in the morning. Never mind. Okay, so for the weighted sit-ups, you're going to sit with your legs straight out in front of you, okay? I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so sit with your legs straight out in front of you. You're going to go back, hold the weight up above you, and you're going to sit up, and it's still going to be above you, okay? So your arms always point up towards the ceiling. Try and control the descent on that. So if you're not careful, you'll just kind of collapse to the ground really quickly. So try and control your descent on that when you're lowering yourself down. You'll soon find out if you've picked the right weight or not. You can't get up. So 3 rounds of that. Count all your reps as you work your way through. I think this will be a good one. Let us know how you get on. I love any videos, tag me in things. Honestly, it really helps me and keeps me going when I see what you guys are doing. Okay, miss yous. Right, see yous later.